This is your Tuesday devotion, and many people have said that many of the reasons for human trafficking are young ladies that have been told by a parent or by people around them that they're worthless, they're good for nothing, they're only good for one thing. And they buy into the fact that they are no good and that they're only good for one thing. Many of juvenile delinquents today, besides those that are used in trafficking, are also told they're good for nothing. And after a while they begin to believe it and have a low self-esteem and a low self-worth. Now, I'm not trying to justify misbehavior or immorality by blaming it all on parental or others types of statements. For each of us must take responsibility for who we are and what we do. However, there's no question that it plays a contributing factor when we are telling people that they're worthless, that they're good for nothing. And I want you to know that the devil tries to do that, and perhaps some of the people around you try to tell you that. I remember a funny story that was told to me in very great sincerity when I was the third or fourth year in my business career. A manager who I worked for told me, he said, "Don't go to sleep between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning." And I said, "Why not?" "You mean just tomorrow or forever?" And he said, "Forever. Don't go to sleep between 2 and 6. And I said, "Well, why shouldn't I go to sleep between 2 and 6 in the morning?" And he said, "For the longest time, everybody told me I was too young for the good jobs and the high pay. And then he said, all of a sudden I was too old for all of the good jobs and high pay." He said, "I figured that it was one day between 2 and 6 in the morning that I was just the right age for the good pay and the good jobs." Well, it may seem that way, and there's a lot of people being told because they're young, they're not worth anything, they're worthless. There's a lot of people that because they're old, they're being told that they're out of date and generation gap and not worth anything, and they don't hold the young people or the old people in good self-esteem. They just consider them worthless. But I want you to know, when the devil or somebody around you tries to tell you, whether you're young or old or in between, or maybe between 2 and 6 in the morning, you are worth something. You're worth a lot. As a matter of fact, in 1 Peter 2:9, it says, "You're a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for God's own possession." You're saying, but that was talking about an Old Testament, and it was told to the people of Israel. Well, yeah, but it was repeated again in 1 Peter to the people that believed in Jesus. Or how about 2 Thessalonians? "Because God has chosen you from the beginning for salvation through sanctification by the Spirit in the faith of truth." Chosen by God. You were chosen by God. How could you be worthless if you were chosen by God? Or how about 2 Timothy? "For this reason I endure all things for the sake of those who are chosen." Not only did God choose us, but Paul says to Timothy, "I endure all that I endure because of those that are chosen." So Paul thought we were worthwhile too. And so Colossians 3:12 also says, "So those who have been chosen by God." We are chosen by God. If we've trusted in Christ, all we have to do to think about our value is to realize that God so loved us that he sent his son Jesus to die for us. It's a pretty great price. You're not worthless. You were chosen by God. And he loved you so much that he was willing to allow his son to shed his blood and die for you. I'd say you have pretty great value. Whether you're young, or whether you're old, or whether you're someplace in between, and even at 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning, you're of value to God. He loves you. He's given you spiritual gifts, and he's going to use you till the last day you draw a breath. That's your thought for the day. I hope that you'll remember that you're chosen and you're of great value to God. God bless you.